one. Trainer, baby, you are the one, the one.
All right, everybody. Hey, welcome to the podcast. Hey, it's live tonight. And this is live instant reaction for episode 2, which is the Martial Feats of Comanche Horsemanship. Welcome to Sam and Scott are watching Watchmen, the podcast where we watch HBO's show Watchmen. I'm Scott.
And I'm Sam.
And he's Sam, and we're gonna watch HBO's Watchmen. We just checked it out. We just got through some technical stuff. Welcome to everybody that's watching at home. We're certainly glad to have you with us today. Today, as you can see, we're doing something a little bit different. We got a new setup for the podcast, new setup for our stream for you. So all our info is below at the bottom here now, so you can check it out. You can see my Twitter, my Twitch. You can see Sam's Twitter and his Instagram. Check that out. You'll see our email address up top. Send us feedback. Anything you think about the show you want to share with us. Mistakes. Anything you want to share, go ahead and do that. Sam's camera's jumping around on me today. So that's...
I'm jumping. I'm all over the place and everything. So that's just how I go.
It keeps resizing and I don't know why it's doing that. It's driving me insane.
Yeah.
So Sam... That episode was really intense. We found out a lot of really important information.
Woo!
We sure did.
I'm like Angela Abar at the end. What the?
Right?
Oh man, it was so much going on in the episode. It started off a little slow, especially coming off the last episode, and then when we got into like the flashbacks and everything, a lot of stuff started picking up. Where we got like some hooded justice stuff.
We got some real book reader stuff this week. So let me ask you. So overall plot, we're gonna recap in detail on our full cast, which should be out in a couple days. So look forward to that. Brief impressions. So what was the coolest scene in your opinion tonight? What was the best thing you saw? What was your favorite part of today's episode?
My favorite part of the episode was the Ozymandias stuff.
Yeah.
right there, and everything. That was just, it was just weird, and just some crazy, like we're trying. So I guess we figured out that these are clones that he has
somehow.
Robots, clones, or something that's going on where, he was getting a little impatient with them. So you could tell that, they weren't like real humans.
It just keeps,
and because of the way he was reacting.
It seems like he's having a hard time getting everything calibrated, like the build just isn't quite right yet. And he's just trying to, go through the motions and go through the motions and go through the motions. It wouldn't shock me if these are clones of Dr. Manhattan and maybe Janie Slater. It wouldn't shock me, right? Because we've now seen a couple instances where the mystics of this society, where it's different from ours, is they have better DNA technology. They can get stuff done with DNA like same day. They didn't go into computers as much as we know.
Yeah, the technology in this universe is just so weird. Without any computers and cell phones and stuff like that, they do have some advancement that of course, like our universe doesn't. So the science of this universe is just really strange, and I'm really intrigued by it.
Yeah, it's super neat. There's a lot of weird mixes of like I was watching the last episode again, and the owl ship had a pad and paper in it. You know what I mean? Like weird little things like that that you wouldn't expect. So I'm absolutely with you on that. The Ozymandias stuff, it was like the Prestige. It was like a weird thing. I like that there's always like a Mr. Phillips. I don't know what all that means, but I'm pretty happy about that stuff. What did you think about the reveal? What did you think about the reveal that Will is Angela's grandfather?
Whew, man. I didn't see that coming. But it makes sense in the context of why she was like investigating, and I just didn't really see that coming. It was definitely something that, like I said, I didn't see that coming. It was strange.
It's quite a surprise.
Yeah. But it was a great way to end off the episode.
Quite a surprise, to see, that's weird, man. That's a weird connection. Although it makes sense that he would know who Angela's real father is. I want to say
Right.
that the incongruity as far as what's going on with Angela's family was also paid off in this episode in a way, in a flashback that I
Right.
liked a lot. Makes a lot of sense,
Uh-huh.
right? Makes a lot of sense that the cops
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
take on the other cops' children.
Right.
I
Exactly.
also want to know what's in the box. What's in Cal's box? That's a question I have for the future. What do you think? I mean, who knows? It's a puppy or a cat. Who knows what's in that thing? Could be anything.
It's so many questions and everything. How about the flashback to the hooded
Right.
justice, and we also, to cut even beforehand, we get like the New Frontiersman is still in existence. With the Nova Express is still in
Yep.
existence. Um, we even get like a little character. Even get a little shadow thing on one of the
Yeah.
walls. I noticed. We'll
The
talk about that
graffiti.
more into like when we get into the
We got
graffiti
a
on the
news.
wall. That was a
We got a
great
newsstand
callback.
guy. We got a newsstand guy in Tulsa.
Yep. Yep.
I saw
Yep.
some really cool
Yep.
stuff there. What did you think about the
hmm
rousting of Nixonville? That seemed like seemed like they've been waiting on that.
So it was like Angela said to me. It was
Right.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Obviously, okay, you that if you want to put on the whole the thing of okay, their leader got their chief got murdered, hung and everything strung. So now the cops are, instead of just doing like a regular investigation, like the cops will be in the real world or what have you. These people are really all more or less like a lynch mob or what have you. What's his name? Red Scare. He's on the rampage and he's ready to round up because they don't have any direction now. He's ready to round the police up and actually just go banging heads.
Yeah.
Which is like Angela said, Sister Night in her disguise said, it's unnecessary. It doesn't make any sense why they would choose this route to go instead of taking more of a step back and actually doing some policing. They came at the Dixonville folks like they were like a mob,
Yeah.
and which is like the pot calling the kettle black in a way.
It's not just that; it's that they didn't bother to investigate before basically going in and saying we're just gonna have to get everybody because we don't have any ideas and we don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Just makes it look bad.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah. Knock some heads and everything. Talk, act first and talk for punch first and ask questions later.
Absolutely. So, definitely we see Angela is a person of action. Her telling people to slow down, weird. Everyone's like, that's weird. That ain't her. She's definitely grab a guy, throw him in a trunk, beat him up.
Right.
That is why. That is
Right.
correct. That is why you're here.
That is.
What did you think about what did you think about Jed being a racist?
Is he? So, so of course the reveal, like Angela said at the end, it was a little bit too obvious, a little too easy and everything.
Yeah.
But for the whole the clans, it's something going on with my man Don Johnson, Judd. Something definitely going on and everything. I'm not going to jump to the fact that he's an immediately Klansman.
Yeah.
But there is something suspicious going on. So maybe it was planning in there to make it look like for Angela to find it, and jump to that conclusion. I don't know yet.
That seemed
I'm
like
not ready
a pretty specialized hiding spot in general for that stuff.
Yeah,
So
it was.
It feels unlikely. I think that it's a plan, in my opinion.
But
Especially with that picture. Especially with that picture.
Yeah. Well, Angela had the fortitude to investigate and use her, but not infrared stuff to find that and everything. So if she didn't do it, maybe someone else might have.
Right.
Found the same thing and everything. So, like I said, I'm not ready to put that theory to bed.
Right.
It could be, it could not.
It could be a red herring. It could be really legit. I feel that. I could see how it could go either way at this point, but I think we're, for me, you don't have a secret hiding spot for your mannequin stored clan robes.
Yeah.
That's hard to set up.
It's there, but
where do you get the mannequin, Sam? Like, where did you have a mannequin in your house?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we were asking why is he in his mask and everything?
Yeah.
Why does he have a whole suit on, suit on and stuff? So I don't know. Maybe that is his.
Yeah, he's the Klansman. He's the worst of them all.
He's the worst of the worst and everything, leading the police.
Real legit. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, they went there. We didn't go there. So So that is.
What do you think of the magnet, the car,
the car just disappearing.
He said he had friends in high places. Will we still don't know the deepness of his backstory and everything, but he did say he had friends in high places, and lo and behold, at the very end of the episode, he has
I mean, that's a pretty high place.
Yeah, that's a pretty high place. With a magnet taking a car, they're protecting their guy. And Angela's just like, what?
Well, she can't arrest him now, right?
Not at all.
No, you can't arrest him now.
She's just like,
what happens to her car? I'd be like, at least just take the wheelchair. Take the wheelchair. Leave the car. Just suck him right up in the sky with his wheelchair. That's the easiest way to do that. Right, he'll have something to get around in, when you land. So that's probably the best way to do it. That's what I recommend.
My overall, reaction to the episode, it was good. It wasn't as great as the first episode, but that's my instant reaction. I'm watching it probably a couple more times before we do our full podcast and get the deep dive. I like the way it began. Yeah. Like I said, although it was a little slow, but start off with like the flashback and everything of going all the way back to the German the color soldiers and German recruits, trying to recruit them and sort of like, manipulate them and everything with that propaganda right there.
Well, that's that sort of wartime propaganda was definitely something I was like, I kind of ran out for a drink and missed, I think, the Chiron or whatever, where they said when and where it was. And I was like, why are the Germans? I was like, I remember the Germans being pretty racist in the Second World War. And then I was like, oh, it's the first one. Oh, yeah, they hadn't figured that whole part out yet. It was not a feature. Not as much of a feature in the first one. Definitely a feature in the Second World War. Let's not forget that.
Exactly.
So Retreat to Hooded Justice. That Hooded Justice American Hero story thing was excellent.
That was excellent.
I love the world building they do, where they have the big long disclaimer. You know what I mean? They have to go through every little piece. And then Louis Gates Jr. as the Treasury Secretary was something else, huh? That was a cameo.
That was very hilarious. Gossett, he's playing the stuffing out of this Will guy, in a wheelchair. I love his reactions, the way him and Regina King play off each other. I just love their dynamic. They got really good chemistry on the screen and everything. Especially when they were talking about, okay, maybe he floated the maybe he can float objects and everything.
Maybe I'm Dr. Manhattan. You don't know.
Maybe, you don't know.
Dr. Manhattan can't look like a people. Dr. Manhattan can be 100 stories tall. You don't think he can just change the way he looks?
Oh,
that'd be
man.
That's his weird kryptonite, right? He's always blue and glowing and naked no matter what.
I'm still trying to figure out Ozymandias's reasoning in doing this play. I don't remember. He wasn't there when for John Osterman's Dr. Manhattan's origin.
That's correct.
So how did he know exactly the way it happened?
Janie told him. Janie worked for him. Wally worked for him. Those are two people that were there, right?
Okay, yeah.
So, plus there's probably some piece of this information is public. It's going to be stored in the government. The government knows at least. Something. So that's my guess anyway. I don't know that it's right.
Yeah. And he did the exact everything as far as, Dr. Manhattan coming down floating as, as when he changed into his, to his Blue Man Group outfit.
Yeah. The fencing outfit.
Yeah, the fencing outfit and everything, it's all right there, and it was a great thing as a fan of the original graphic novels to see that right in his little play. So it was funny. It was fun episode.
Weird that the fire real. How far into that guy burning alive did you realize that it was probably.
It's right there. He had hoods on all his other minions or what have you. So as soon as they came out, I was like, okay, these have to be clones. They're all going to be. And sure enough, they all revealed themselves to be clones of just those two, the man and the female. So are they the only ones there in this castle? Is those are the only, or why are these two, the man and the woman, the way that they look, and why do they look, so much alike? So it's some really, really great questions that come up. And Ozzy, Adrian seems to be getting really impatient with him.
Yeah.
Probably he feels like he's really alone on this island or on his in his castle.
Let's speculate just for a minute, because we don't want to beat people up with super long podcasts. That is for in a couple days, and we do hope you subscribe. Yeah. We do hope you stick around. We do want to hear from you. We do want this feedback right up here at the top. We absolutely want that. So speculation from me is that this is what Adrian's been doing since he's been hiding, and he is trying to make a Dr. Manhattan. Make a new one, pretty much. I really feel like that's his end game here.
Okay.
And that's crazy.
Okay.
Because I mean, he probably wants to turn himself into, like I think I said last week, I would think he wants to turn himself into a Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, you said last week he wants to turn himself into Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
I speculated that he's trying to bring him back, but it's coming a little bit more and more based on what you was talking about last week. So we'll see how that plays out.
We'll find out more information about these clones. But I feel like there is some sort of end game to this.
It is
with Dr.
definitely.
Manhattan. And he seems like he's approaching it too. He seems like he feels like he's making progress.
Yeah.
And they'll need Mr. Phillips' body again soon. We'll find some sort of use for him, right?
And the mystery continues.
Yes, it does. So that's what we thought. That was our instant reaction. Feel free to stick around. Throw some comments on the video. We're gonna get this pop back up once we trim off some of the
fat that came with it.
Right around the edges.
Make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure you do click on the at Nerdcyclopedia to follow us on all social media outlets. Mm-hmm. Follow us individually and everything. Yeah. You got all the information right
down
here,
there, right down at the bottom.
Right,
you see it?
Right.
Well, I put it on there. It's fun.
And tell your friends, share our podcast. If you like what you hear, make sure that you're leaving us some feedback. So we definitely love to hear from you and interact.
Absolutely.
That's what this whole process is for.
Absolutely. So email us your comments, email us your speculation. I want to hear your tinfoil hat theories myself. I'm not going to steal them. We'll definitely attribute everything we get. And that's all I got right now. Once we get the recording done, we'll announce everything on that, and keep your eyes peeled and subscribe. And I think you're going to be really, really satisfied with the guests we have this week. It's going to be really cool.
It's going to be awesome, guys.
I'm already excited about it.
I'm super excited myself. Stay tuned, people.
All right. So anything else you got before we run off here, Sam?
No, I can't wait to do the full podcast so we could get the deep dive going.
Absolutely. So we're going to look into all that. And once again, I just want to say thank you for watching us today on Sam and Scott are watching Watchmen, the show where we watch HBO show Watchmen. And my name is Scott.
I'm Sam.
And that's it. We'll see you later.